Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, the official trailer. So I always say that I grew up with a lot of my friends playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I never really got into it myself. I loved watching them play. It looked like it was fun, but it wasn't something that I particularly found appealing. And I think now being older, it is more appealing to me to have role play games like that. I think that that's a lot of fun. And I think a little bit of ego drops at a certain age too, where you're like, I don't care what you think of me, I'm going to have fun. So I'm really looking forward to this and kind of as an adult viewing Dungeons and Dragons through these eyes. And of course, everyone's bringing up Stranger Things and how it kind of made a resurgence because of that. And especially it kind of brought it out in the first couple seasons of everyone being more aware of it. And it's just like, oh, look at these kids having fun. And then this last season, it being vilified in the media and having like a little satanic thing put on it. And I'll tell you that a lot of the kids that I knew that played Dungeons and Dragons, they were definitely fans of metal bands. And so they wore a lot of black and they wore metal band t-shirts and they were very goth-like. And they liked this stuff. And I don't think that that really helped people see it in a different light. But then when you see cute kids playing in a basement, you're like, oh, wait, okay. And now you see you know, millionaire actors like Joe Manganiello, hosting parties to play Dungeons and Dragons because he's played it his whole life. So I think the more you see that it's a full gamut of different types of people that play and that, just because they're wearing a heavy metal t-shirt and they like Dungeons and Dragons, that doesn't mean anything bad about them. I'd say 99% of those guys that were like that are like the best dads in the world. They're wearing their New Balance sneakers, they're definitely, dad bodding it up. And they're still wearing their metal t-shirts, but instead of being in the mosh pits, they're up on the balcony looking down, like saying, yeah, that looks like it hurts. No thanks. I love those guys. So I'm not going to speculate anything of even what this is about, characters, all that. I know Chris Pine is in it, which is delicious. And I saw an interview with him where they had said something about Stranger Things and Dungeons and Dragons being in Stranger Things. And he's like, it is? What is that? I don't even know. And so he's not even aware of what's out there Dungeons and Dragons wise, what influence it's having on media, which I love that about him. It's also a little, come on, Chris, do some research. But also, Hugh Grant was in the interview. If you told me Hugh Grant was going to be in a Dungeons and Dragons movie, I would have told you you were on crack. There's no way. It doesn't go together. So I'm interested to see what part he even plays in this. And I'm going to have to do this is that my friend Randy does these books, The Little Game Master. They are for children. They are to kind of help kids get into role play games or tabletop games like Dungeons and Dragons. Although he can't say that, he cannot say D&D. That's what it's based off of. It's fantastic art. He commissions his own art, so you can actually go and have him draw you as a Dungeons and Dragons character. I'm going to have him do something for my back wall as well. But yeah, check him out, Randall Hampton, the Little Game Master. I'll have a link in the description box below. I hate to be the person that tries to sell something on their channel, but I absolutely adore Randall and I adore these books and I think that they're great for kids just to get them into the world and know that it's okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. Oh. Okay.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies.
Oh.
Sometimes those enemies come
Bridgerton
looking
guy.
for revenge.
Fucking dragons.
Truth be told, we help the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
We didn't mean to.
But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
Oh, is that Michelle Rodriguez? I
Give
love
us
her.
a fighting chance. We're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
We also need courage, magic, and you.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but I like it.
What is that again? It's an owl bear.
An owl bear. Thank you.
Let's go!
Be warned. There is evil here.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous.
Oh, here's Hugh Grant.
But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
Whoa.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
He's the game master. Okay, so I clearly don't know anything that's happening in that, but it looks like so much fun. And I didn't realize that I can never remember his name. I don't know if it's Reggie, if it's Renee. He is in Bridgerton. He's yummy stuff. He was also in The Gray Man, which I've watched. Hopefully that reaction will be up soon. And the little girl from It. I feel like she's going to be big someday. I really need to learn her name. Yeah, it's really interesting at the end. They're pretty much just describing the game master. And I love that there was metal music that was being played in the background because I feel like those two things go hand in hand. The creatures, the story, all that, clueless. I love that I'm clueless about it. I love that I get to go into it with innocent eyes and an innocent mind. But like, can we just say, like, can Chris Pine ever do anything ugly? I don't think he can. It's kind of upsetting and wonderful at the same time. A short glimpse of Hugh Grant, very short. But Michelle Rodriguez, like, I think I've had a girl crush on her since the first Fast and the Furious, maybe. I loved her on Lost. Like, she's delicious and she's such a great actress, but I'm loving that she's really in these physical roles and that she's like getting um something like this, like a fantasy movie, like this. Good for her. Good for her. I think she was in Avatar too, which definitely was kind of a fantasy movie. But that's not neither here nor there. Looking forward to it. I don't know if this will be a theater watch or if it will be a reaction watch. Um, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out because I really do like going to the movies and eating popcorn. But I also want you guys to be able to enjoy me being either emotional or silly or having a good time or being delighted by things like Chris Pine and dragons. Anyway, like, subscribe, come back here for more trailer reactions. I'm going to be doing them all day, as well as other series. You can go over to my Patreon if you want to check out any of my full-length reactions to any of the other shows. I will have some listed at the end of this trailer. Other than that, I'll see you.